Hello everyone, myself Purva Joshi. Today we are going to study a topic from complex number. So let's start with the definition of a complex number. A complex number Z is an ordered pair xy of real numbers x and y. Okay, so Z is a ordered pair xy, okay, and we can write this as x plus iy, where this x and y are real numbers, okay, and I is what, under root minus 1. Now here x is called real part of z and it is denoted by Re of z. Okay, so x is real part of z, okay, and we will denote it as Re of z. Where y is called the imaginary part of z, okay, and it is denoted by Im of z. Okay, so y is imaginary part of z and we will denote it as Im of z, right? So this is our real part and this is the imaginary part. Now if x is equal to 0 and y is not equal to 0, okay, substitute x equal to 0 over here, okay, so you will get z is equal to 0 plus iy, that is iy. So this is called a purely imaginary number, okay. And the second condition in which x is not equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, okay, so here substitute y equal to 0 over here, okay, so z you will get x plus I0, okay, so z is what, x, which is called a real number, right? Now we know that I is what, under root minus 1, okay, so square them, so I square is minus 1. Now I cube is what, I square into I, but we know the answer of I square minus 1, so here I cube is what, minus I. Then I raised to 4, that is I square into I square, okay, so this is minus 1 into minus 1, so answer is plus 1, right, and so on. So what we can conclude from this, that even powers of I is either 1 or minus 1, okay, so here you can see I square, okay, even power, so whenever we have even power of I, you will get answer as 1 or minus 1, and for odd powers of I, will get the answer as I or minus I, okay. Now note, the complex number z is equal to x plus iy is said to be a zero complex number if x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, okay. If x and y both are 0, okay, so z is 0 plus I0, okay, so this z is called zero complex number. Now two complex numbers z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1 and z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2. These two complex numbers are said to be equal if and only if x1 is equal to x2 and y1 is equal to y2. Okay, if the real parts are same and if the imaginary parts are same, then we can say that both the complex numbers are equal. Okay, then two complex numbers z1 is equal to x1 plus iy1 and z2 is equal to x2 plus iy2. Okay, these two cannot be compared, like we cannot write that z1 less than z2 or z2 less than z1. Okay, this is not possible, right? Now we will study the geometrical representation of a complex number. Okay, so any complex number z is equal to x plus iy can be represented as a point p of xy. Now we know that complex number is an ordered pair. Okay, so xy, just give it a name p. Okay, and in xy plane it is known as a Argand's diagram. So this is a xy plane, right, and here we are substituting a point p, that is a ordered pair xy. Okay, now the x-axis is called a real axis, okay, and the y-axis is called the imaginary axis, okay, and this xy plane is called a complex plane. Okay, now we'll study the algebra of complex numbers. Okay, so consider two complex numbers z1, that is x1 plus iy1 and z2 is x2 plus iy2. So the first is addition. Okay, so z1 plus z2. z1 is x1 plus iy1 and z2 is x2 plus iy2. Okay, now what we are doing over here, consider this real part, okay, so x1 and x2 and write down together, okay, so real part we will add, okay, and take out I common, okay, and add the imaginary part, that is y1 plus y2. Okay, so in short what we have to do, just add the real part and add the imaginary part. Okay, let's see example. Consider z1 as 1 plus I, okay, and z2 as 2 plus 3i. Okay, now we will add z1 and z2. So these are the real part, okay, add them. So this is 3. Now add the imaginary part. So I plus 3i, that is 4i, right? So in this way we can add two complex number. Now the next is subtraction, okay. So z1 minus z2. z1 is x1 plus I by 1 minus z2 is x2 plus I by 2. Okay, open the bracket. So here we have negative sign. Again we'll do the same thing, okay. Bring together the real parts, okay. So this is x1 minus x2. Take out I common. So from this we have y1 minus y2. So we have to subtract the real parts and subtract the imaginary part. Okay, so with the same example, we'll subtract, okay, so z1 minus z2. Now subtract the real part. So 1 minus 2, okay, so this is minus 1, okay, and subtract the imaginary part. So I minus 3i, this will give you minus 2i, right? So in this way we can subtract two complex numbers. Now the next one is multiplication. So z1 into z2. Okay, now z1 is x1 plus I by 1 and z2 is x2 plus I by 2. Okay, now multiply. So take this x1 and multiply with these two numbers. So you will get x1 x2 plus I times x1 by 2. Okay, now take this I by 1 and multiply with this 2. So you will get I by 1 x2 plus, now this I into I, so I square by 1 by 2. Okay, now we know the I square is minus 1. Okay, so substitute over here. So you will get minus y1 by 2, right, over here. Now these two terms are real terms. So we'll write it together. So x1, x2 minus y1 by 2 plus I times, take out I common from this. So you will get I into x1 by 2 plus y1 x2. Right? Now let's solve one example. So consider z1 as 1 plus 2i, okay, and z2 as 2 plus I. Okay, so we'll multiply this z1 and z2. So z1 into z2. So 1 plus 2i, okay, and here 2 plus I. So first consider this one and multiply with this bracket. So you will get 2 plus I. Okay, now consider this 2i and multiply with this bracket. So you will get here 4i, okay, plus here 2i square. Okay, but we know the answer of I square is minus 1. So this is minus 2. Okay, so here we have 2 minus 2 plus, now add this 2. So this is 5i. Okay, this is 0. So this is 0 plus 5i. This is the answer of z1, z2. Okay, now let's study division. So we have z1 upon z2. So x1 plus I by 1 upon x2 plus I by 2. Now whenever we have a complex number in the denominator, okay, we'll multiply and divide by its conjugate. So for that, if we have plus over here, okay, write down minus. So you will get x2 minus I by 2. Multiply and divide by x2 minus I by 2. Okay. Now for in the denominator, we will use this formula a minus b into a plus b is equal to a square minus b square. Okay, here a is x2, okay, and b is I by 2. So answer will be x2 square minus I square by 2 square, and in the numerator we have to just write this two bracket. Okay, now we'll substitute the answer of this I square. Okay, we know that I square is minus 1, so this term here we have plus. And now in the numerator we have to simply multiply. So on multiplication you will get x1 x2 minus I x1 by 2 plus I by 1 into x2 minus this I square by 1 by 2. Okay, now again I square is minus 1, so here we have plus. Okay, so x1 x2 plus y1 by 2, we will write it together, plus I times, take out I common from these two terms. Okay, so you will get y1 x2 minus x1 by 2, and in the denominator we have x2 square plus y2 square. Now we will separate it and write it in this form. Okay. Now let's solve an example. So consider z1 as 2 plus I, okay, and z2 as 3 minus I. Okay, so we'll divide z1 by z2. So here 2 plus I upon 3 minus I. Now here we have minus sign. Okay, so we'll multiply and divide it by 3 plus I. Okay. So what you will get over here in the numerator, simply we have to multiply this two term, okay, and in the denominator we have to use a minus b into a plus b formula, okay, that is a square minus b square, okay. So here you will get 3 square minus here I square, okay. Now multiply the numerator. So multiply this 2 with the bracket. Okay. So you will get here 6 plus 2i. Okay. Plus now I with this bracket. So you will get 3i plus I square. Okay. And again over here I square is minus 1. So minus minus plus 3 square is 9. So in denominator we have 10. Simplify this again I square substitute minus 1. So here we have 6 minus 1. So you will get 5. Okay, here 5i upon 10. You can take out 5 common. Okay, so we have 1 plus I upon 2. Right, so this is the answer of z1 upon z2. Now, let's discuss the conjugate of a complex number. So, conjugate of a complex number z is equal to x plus iy is denoted by z bar. Okay, and it is defined as z bar is equal to x minus iy. Okay, if we have plus over here, so its conjugate will be x minus iy. Okay, now the two complex number x plus iy and x minus iy are said to be complex conjugate of each other. Okay, now let's discuss few properties. So the first one is if z is equal to x plus iy and z bar is x minus iy, its conjugate. Okay, so z plus z bar. Okay, z is x plus iy plus x minus iy. Okay, now add the real terms. Okay, so x plus x you will get 2x and this iy will get cancelled, right? So we have 2x as what? Z plus z bar. So from this x will be what? Z plus z bar upon 2. Right? Now x is the real part of z. Okay, so x, that is the real part of z. So its answer is z plus z bar upon 2. Okay, this we have to remember as a formula, that is x is equal to what? Z plus z bar upon 2. Now subtract it. So z minus z bar. So x plus iy minus x minus iy. Open the bracket, so you will get x plus iy minus x plus iy. Now this x will get cancelled. Okay, so we have 2iy. Make y as a subject. Okay, so y what you will get? Z minus z bar upon 2i. Now y is the imaginary part of z. Okay, and its answer is what? Z minus z bar upon 2i. So we have to remember these two as a formula. Okay. Now let's discuss few more properties. So z1 and z2 be two complex number. Okay. So z1 plus or minus z2 conjugate equals to what? Z1 conjugate plus or minus z2 conjugate. So let's solve using example. Okay. So z1 is take x1 plus iy1. Okay, and z2 x2 plus iy2. Okay, now z1 bar, okay, that is conjugate of z1, that is x1 minus iy1, and z2 bar is what? X2 minus iy2. So firstly we'll solve the left hand side. Okay, so for that this is z1 plus, and we'll solve for plus. Okay, z1 plus z2 bar is equal to what? Now z1 is x1 plus iy1, okay, and z2 is x2 plus iy2. Now add them. Okay, so real parts together and imaginary part together. So x1 plus x2 plus I times y1 plus y2. Okay, now take the conjugate. So in place of here plus we have to write minus. So So x1 plus x2 minus I times y1 plus y2. Okay. Now we will discuss the right hand side. So this is z1 bar plus z2 bar. So z1 bar is x1 minus iy1, okay, and z2 bar is x2 minus iy2, okay. Now add them, so you will get x1 plus x2, okay. Take out minus I common, okay, so you will get y1 plus y2. So as we can see, LHS is equal to RHS. So we have proved this first property, okay. Similarly, you can solve for this z1 minus z2 bar, okay. Also, we can solve for this too, that is conjugate of z1 z2 is equal to conjugate of z1 into conjugate of z2, and conjugate of z1 upon z2 is equal to conjugate of z1 upon conjugate of z2. The fourth property is conjugate of z1, that is z1, okay. Now z1 is this, its conjugate is x1 minus iy1, okay. So again we have to find the conjugate of this, right? So here we have minus, so it will be plus, so x1 plus iy1. Now x1 plus iy1 is z1, right? So and this is z1, so this is the fourth property, okay. And the last one, fifth one is z1 into z1 bar is equal to x1 square plus y1 square, okay. So multiply these two, so z1 is x1 plus iy1, okay, and z1 bar is x1 minus iy1, okay. Multiply these two, so this is x1, we'll use the formula a minus b into a plus b, so you will get a square minus b square, so this is x1 square, okay, minus I square y1 square. But again, answer of I square is minus 1, so you will get x1 square plus y1 square. This we have proved. Okay. So I hope you have understood throughout the session. Thank you for watching.